Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I made this DIY Pentagram Leather Strap Harness. Pretty much this was inspired by a post I saw on Etsy. It had something very similar to this. I'll insert a picture. But it was being sold for $55, so I wanted to see if I could make it cheaper. If you're interested in seeing how I did this, please keep watching. So just a heads up, a lot of things went wrong in this DIY, so you're not going to need this or the clasps unless you find out a way to make them work, which I didn't. But you're going to need Velcro, rivets, rings, and leather strips, and later on in the video I show you an alternative way instead of buying them. You're also going to need a ruler, scissors, iridescent metallic pen, some iridescent makeup for a marking tool, and this tool which is used to punch holes in leather. So first I started out by trying to straighten out my leather straps as best as I could before I started working with them. You're going to want to use a ring, and pretty much we're going to attach the pieces of leather just like I did to that side with the rivet. Firstly, just put them where you want them and then mark it with your makeup pencil. It could be an eyeliner or white eyeliner or something. Mark it on both sides so you know where to punch the holes with your leather hole punch tool thing. I believe this one was from Harbor Freight, but I'm really not sure. It's my dad's, so. But it does require a lot of strength, so. I punched holes in both sides because I couldn't do it both at the same time. I had to do them individually. And then just follow the directions on your rivet package on how it's supposed to be put into the leather and how you're supposed to use it. I'm not sure if there's different ones, but this one you just put one end in and then you put the backing in and then you just use the tool to crimp it, pretty much. And like I said, this does require a lot of strength, so if you can get someone else to do it for you, that's probably a good idea if you're not strong enough. So at the end it should look like this. So go ahead and try it on and make sure it fits. This part is where it gets kind of tricky, but pretty much find the center and fold it back on each other so that way it matches the center of the front. So just follow what I'm doing in the slow motion video and go ahead and mark it where it needs to be cut. So as you can see here, I folded the leather back on itself where it meets the center. So that way on the center of my back the clasp will be there, or the leather as I ended up using as an alternative in the end. So right there where you see that mark, where you marked it in the back, go ahead and cut that. Make sure to leave a little room because it's always easier to remove than to add. And you're also going to want to cut it where you folded your leather back on itself. Once you have the two pieces, they should be able to overlap just like this. So this part I messed up because I attempted to put in the clasp, but the leather was too thick, so I ended up having to punch a giant hole through it, and ultimately in the end it just came falling apart. But in the end I show you an alternative way to do Velcro instead. So I ended up running out of my leather straps, so I went back to Michael's and bought this giant leather strip, which is exactly 3 of them in length. So I just measured it off and divided it in 3. It's each leather strip is ½ inch, and I marked it off using my makeup pencil. And then I used some of my iridescent pens and a ruler to go ahead and mark out the lines throughout the leather strip. Once all your lines are marked throughout the strip, go ahead and cut them out using some normal scissors. So try it on and see if it fits. So now you're going to use your other 2 leather strips and you're going to connect them just like this. So to start off, get one strip, and it's going to go connected to the ring just like the other 2. So follow the same directions as you did, just with the other ones, and repeat it twice for both strips. Once you are done connecting the two straps, it should look something like this. Go ahead and try it on. So now we're going to make more measurements. Go ahead and get one of the strips and connect it to the bottom piece. And go ahead and mark it off. Mark the top of the leather and also mark the bottom where it meets. Do this for both straps. Now that you have your markings, go ahead and cut it. So when they line up, they should look something like this. And go ahead and hot glue it to the back of the strip. Once you've completed this, go ahead and try it on once again. So now for more measurements, go ahead and make sure that the two straps go to a point because this is going to be the bottom of the pentagram. Go ahead and lay the strip of leather over your breasts and mark it. This part is kind of hard to see, but what I'm basically doing is meeting the strip that we just laid to the straps in the back and then marking it off. Once you have completed this, go ahead and glue the corresponding strips to their markings. To make it easier, start with connecting the strip to one of the straps in the back and then flip it over, do the two pieces in the front and then flip it back over and do the last strap. The point of using makeup as a marking tool is so that way it's easier to wipe off. It should look something like this. Go ahead and try it on, get another strip of leather, connect one end to the base of your neck on your shoulder and the other one by your armpit. So you should have 3 pieces where it should meet. Go ahead and mark all 3. And also do it to the opposite side as well. So overall you should have 6 points where it meets. Go ahead and glue all the points where the straps meet. At this point, all the places where the straps intersect should be hot glued. Using hot glue does not ensure that your harness will stay together. To go an extra step, we're going to go ahead and put rivets on all the points where the straps intersect. This way it's safer to wear and it'll last longer as if you were just to use hot glue. As promised, the alternative to the clasp is the adhesive Velcro. So go ahead and buy some and it should be easy to peel on and off. So go ahead and stick it to either side of your harness where it's supposed to connect and you're good to go. Bye everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more DIYs and makeup tutorials. I'll see you guys next time.